Well, guess what? It is time to celebrate National Hispanic Heritage Month, and what better way than to get your laugh on? The Latin Kings of Comedy are bringing a very funny good time to Saginaw. So what can we expect from the hilarious Latin Kings? Larry Rodarty is here with me. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Great. So, you and Dan Ortiz, you do a lot with nonprofits in the area, and this is just one of the events that we're coming in to really help out. Tell me about the show, the Latin Kings of Comedy.
Well, Paul Rodriguez, who's a legendary comedian, he's coming to Saginaw. He had a movie 20 years ago with the Latin Kings of Comedy with George Lopez, and this is kind of like an extension from that. 20 years later, he's got some of his friends he's bringing to Saginaw, and it's going to be a great show.
That is a lot of great things, and you do a lot with the nonprofits in the area. Tell me a little bit about your work.
Well, the Unión Cívica Mexicana is where I work a lot with, in conjunction with my magazine, Mi Gente magazine.
Yes.
And we have tried to really express our culture and heritage to bring to the greater the greater Great Lakes Bay community, and it has really been a fun adventure for all of us because we celebrate like Dia de los Muertos, the tamale taste-off. You've heard about the Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, wow.
So we have a lot of different events that are really, pertain to bring that culture to our community.
Right, and shows like the money from the Latin Kings of Comedy help your nonprofits in the area as well.
Yes, yes. So we hope that the community gets behind this because, it's first-class comedy that's coming to the beautiful historic Temple Theater, and we're so excited for Paul Rodriguez. That kind of talent to be coming to Saginaw is really wonderful, as well as Gilbert Esquivel, who has ties to Saginaw. His family's here.
Oh, wow.
And he's a comedian out in California.
That's great.
And then we also have Dennis Gaxiola, and we're really expecting a beautiful show of comedy, and that's what we need, don't we? We need to laugh.
We need to laugh. We need to have a good time, just get out and share and fellowship with one another, and I love it at the Temple. And but it's like a Hollywood type of performance coming right here. It's exciting for the community.
It's kind of like red carpet, and to have the comedic legend of Paul Rodriguez, that's just really exciting for us.
Yeah. What other message do you have during this very special month?
Well, I hope that there's a awareness that everybody is looking at because, we're part of this Great Lakes Bay region, and I hope that everybody is more aware. There's such a popularity now with taco trucks, and but we're more than just the food.
That's right.
We have the Ballet Folklorico that was just at the Temple Theater, and we have this comedy show coming. Dia de los Muertos will be celebrated at the end of the month. Not only at the Unión Cívica Mexicana, but the Saginaw Art Museum is doing a wonderful exhibit there with Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. So we're really, bringing that culture and heritage to the forefront.
And what do you want people who have never experienced the culture to know and to understand?
Well, I think to understand that, the Mexican community here in Saginaw is very vibrant.
Yes, it is.
And we have a lot to offer to the greater community.
Yeah.
And by participating and coming to the events, it just, really brings that diversity to our community in a big way. And diversity is great, right?
It sure is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anything else
for
that you'd
having
like
me.
to let people know about? I think you've gotten everyone excited about
Well,
the shows.
I can't say enough that, the legendary Paul Rodriguez.
Paul Rodriguez, say no more.
40 years as a comedian. He's been on TV. He came out in a show, AKA Pablo, with Norman Lear back in the 80s. I mean, that's before your time, but, it's just wonderful to see, that
He's
this comedic legend is coming to Saginaw.
To our backyard.
The historic temple, yes.
We love it. Larry, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, the Latin Kings hit the stage October 15th at 7:30 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. And we will have a link in the hot link section so you can get your tickets. It's WNEM.com. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And coming up next, if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see on our show, you can send them to us at 4 p.m. news at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.